Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Sam. Welcome to the channel. Today, I'll give you a quick walk around of my Jeep, my 2010 Jeep Wrangler that I'll be featuring on the channel. This is my daily driver, off-roader, overlander, or whatever you want to call it, my everything. So, to start out, it's 2010 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon, as you can see here. White. Bought it 2 years ago now, almost. Completely stock. It had a little bit of a little tire upgrade on it, but it was pretty much stock when I bought it. And so far I've done a 3-inch FabTech lift, you can see there, springs, and I got the Fox 2.0 shocks behind there. I bought those off of Facebook Marketplace for a good deal. So, because it came with shocks, and they were the back ones that already exploded after about I don't know, a couple months of taking it off-roading and then articulating in the back. It over-articulated, so it, I guess, pushed the seal out. I got the Artec aluminum fenders that I painted black and left the Artec logo raw. I was running no fenders for a while. It worked out pretty good, but kind of like the clean look with the black here, and the engine bay got really dirty. The mud just flew up in there. And I also have some Amazon rock lights here. They're pretty good. They're RGBs. I wish they were RGBWs because I kind of wanted some white ones, but maybe in the future I'll change them. So here we have a set of 35-inch Maxxis Razor MTs on a set of 17-inch Method bead locks. Love the bead locks. The only thing that sucks about them is, as you can tell, they're dirty because water just pools in the bottom. I know some bead locks have like little releases here that let the water out, but these ones don't. So you got to get in there. As you can tell, they're filthy, but it don't matter. It's off-roader. Love the tires. I've had them on there for about 1.5 years now. I drive 60 miles on the interstate every day, back and forth to work, and they work really good here in the East Coast, on the East Coast. Really good, cleaty, nice mud ejectors on them. Then we have in here the Dynatrack HD ball joint upgrade. I did that because I had the death wobble going on. My ball joints, the bottom ones, had busted out. So I went ahead and got the big dog ball joints. That way I don't have to replace them, because you just take the nut off the top, and then you never have to actually replace. You never actually have to take off out of the ball joints ever again. It's serviceable, so that's pretty good. Stock end links for the 3-inch. I probably need to upgrade. Ooh, that's loose. I probably need to upgrade the end links, but for right now that's good. I got the Metal Cloak HD steering, as you can tell, and the steering stabilizer with the relocation bracket, which is really nice. This whole Metal Cloak stuff is super nice. Adjustable, fully adjustable, freaking huge. It's like, it's a 1-ton setup. Super nice, super nice. Stock diff covers, that's going to be changing here soon. Definitely need to change that. And here we have the ARB stubby bumper. I love this bumper. I get a lot of comments on this bumper. Super nice. One of the first things I bought was this bumper because I hated the original bumper that came on it. These are some Amazon knockoff ARB lights. They're in a driving beam. I give or take on these. They're bright, but I kind of want something nicer. I might go to Baja Designs or something nicer in the future, but for now they were cheap and they work. So, and then I have a Warren VR 8000 that I got off of a friend, used. It's a 8,000. I'd like to have like a 12,000, maybe a 10,000, but it's a synthetic. And for what I've done with it so far, it's done me well. And then we have, this is the first thing I ever bought. This Jeep, if you own a JK, you know, or even a JL like my girlfriend has, the headlights suck. So first thing I did was went out and bought these JW Speaker J2 Evos. Freaking nice lights. And then I paired those with their smoked indicator lights. Those are freaking awesome too. And then this is a new thing that I just did. Me and my dad, over the Corona shutdown, whatever, I went and bought a DV8 10th anniversary hood, and I had it painted white, my body color. And then these are also been painted white. These are some Amazon fender flares that I got for like 200 bucks for the front and the rears, which is a steal for fender flares. They're metal. They're not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but they're metal. They look good. I mean, eventually I want to get like a poison spider setup, but for now it does me really well. So painted these. They were a nightmare to paint because they were textured, and it took me forever to sand them down. They aren't even perfect right now, but they do the job. And excuse the dust. I cleaned this Jeep, but my dad decided that he was going to blow the driveway off, so now it's disgusting again. Went with the Recon Edition decal on the hood. This is pretty nice. I got this off the internet. This is not a actual Mopar sticker because the Mopar sticker is different. This has like a topo in it, if you can tell. There's like a topo. It's pretty nice. We have a set of ditch lights here from their aux beam. I literally just put these on, I don't know, they haven't even been on here a couple weeks, maybe a month and a half, and they're already got water back in the lenses and stuff. They're cheap. Got them as a Christmas present from the girlfriend. So I put them on there, got them hooked up. This bracket is from, as you can see, DCF. This is, I can't remember who actually that is. I think it's, I don't remember. I don't know, it's a nice bracket. It's kind of hard to get these style, 3-pod style brackets, hinges to work, or the lights to work. I think they're actually made for like a 4-pod style. The 4 instead of the 2, got 3, because I think they're a little too big. But it works. They work. They're pretty bright. They're in a working, I guess, spotlight. So yeah, that's pretty much the front end here. We'll walk around to the side. Factory Ruby rail still on, doing me well. I know people that run the poop out of this Ruby rail, so I don't feel like I need to change that right now. I would like to get like a boat style side for it, but that's down the road. And here are the rear fenders, Method wheels, Razor MTs. Also the rock lights back here, you can tell back in here. This is actually no fit. I took the fender liner out of here and just sprayed it black for now. I don't know if I ever put aluminum fender flares and fender whales in the black, but I think it looks good for now. And then coming around to the back, I got my JW Speaker taillights to go with the JW Speaker headlights. I'm running no bumper right now for the rear. That was literally the last thing that I had that was stock, was the bumper, and I just had to get rid of it because it did not flow with any of this other stuff that I got going on. So yeah, gone. And then I have my CB antenna right there. This is a Evo manufacturing antenna stand there. And then I have stock. It's the stock JK tailgate and everything. I don't have a brace or anything right now. I will in the future, but it's 35. And my tailgate still opens and closes pretty good. as of now. And then you got the Fox shocks in the rear, stock diff cover, 3-inch FabTech lift still. The FabTech lift, I got it on a sale. This Jeep is pretty much a budget build right now. I don't have anything. I think the most expensive thing I bought either is the wheels. So far I paid full price for those, but everything else, and the tires, everything else I've tried to get, you know, wait for a sale or something to go with it. Had to replace my drive shaft. If you can tell up in here, I have a Terraflex high clearance or high articulating U-joint, or it's not even a U-joint, it's like a velocity joint. That's the only thing that I've had to do there, because my old one, the boot ripped off and the grease came out of it. So take Terraflex for that one. Oh, and then another thing that I have, since I have a Rubicon, I have the automatic sway bar disconnect for the inside, for the switch. And when I first got my Jeep, it worked pretty great. And then I didn't wheel it for a while, and then I went to try to wheel one time, and it just did the flashing on the dash. Turned out my motor went out, and the motor, they want like $1,000 through the dealer to get a new motor. So I found that Evo Manufacturing makes a little knob here, as you can tell. Don't mind the zip tie that's holding on something wiring. But Evo Manufacturing makes a little knob. I think it's like under $100 for that. And if your sway bar disconnect, the internals are good, which most of the time all you need to do is get in there and grease it up and free it up. You can get away with just putting a knob. It works better, I believe, than the automatic, because the automatic, if you go over 20 miles an hour, it'll try to relock itself. And if you're not on flat ground, when it's trying to relock itself, it'll mess it up so that it'll just sit there and flash. So that's probably what burnt out. That's probably what burns out most of the motors in them. But I don't know, for 80 bucks I couldn't beat it. Got my disconnects working, that way I don't have to go out here and have pins on my sway bar end links. I can just go and turn that knob and it will undo my sway bar. Underneath my DV8 hood, my 10th anniversary hood, I don't have a lot going on underneath here. I got a Banks Ram Air intake. I just like the way it sounds. It's pretty nice intake. I just got it because it's cool. I don't know. I know most people are probably gonna be like, why do you have an intake on this Jeep? It's a 3.6 liter or 3.8 liter. It's got to be better than the old one. It's the other one, especially when you go into water, it'll hold the water in the bottom, and this one's got an open end on it, so at least if I get into water, it won't actually sit in the water. Got an Optima battery, S-Pod. I just got a S-Pod for this Jeep. Before I just had the switches running in on the inside to single switches. And now I finally went and got the S-Pod, which I've been wanting one of those for a long time. Finally got one. Pretty happy with it so far. I think that's the only thing that I've done to this on the inside. Yep. It needs I think it's got a cracked header on the passenger side. That's a common thing with these 3.8s, is the header cracking on it. Now, so I think that's pretty much it. I have a sunshade under here. You can't really tell, but there's a sunshade underneath there. I got a full hard top. I don't have a soft top. I just have the sunshade going on. Inside, I have upgraded stereo to a Pioneer unit. Mine just had a stock head unit in it. And then here's my switch S-Pod. I got my lights right here. And then I also have the gauge for when I'm gonna get a ARB twin air compressor, and this will hook up to that so I can see the PSI on that. And I still have these three to go for other things. Oh, here's my CB. I made this bracket here. I made this bracket, if you can tell. It's just a piece of aluminum that we had laying around. and I made it, and it bolts into the factory location of this on the other side, and works pretty good. Finally got my CB to actually work the other day. I had it grounded the wrong way, so that's good. I have a, and then yeah, I also have a Super Chips Flash Pack. Actually, it's not the Pro, it's the Pack, and I have it on the, well, if I can get it out of here. No, okay, that's not going out. I have the Flash Pack. I don't know if I'd really say to get one of those. I thought that it would help me out gas mileage wise, and it doesn't really help me out at all. The only thing it's good for is for codes, and as a code reader. I have it on like a street tune, a 91 octane tune. You can't really tell the difference. So it's good for clearing codes. I used it a lot to help other people clear their codes, because I keep it with me all the time. Helped a guy this weekend when we went wheeling to clear some codes on his Jeep. So yeah, I'll give you a look on the inside and the back here. And here you can see this Evo, pretty slick little bracket for this Evo bracket for the CB. And in the back here I have my Yeti cooler that's actually disgusting because I left pop in there. So that's actually pretty nasty. I got some simple hand tools and some parts in here. These little rigid tubs right here are really nice. This one down here is actually, this one's a lockable one. It's not even locked, so that's good, because I was getting into it the other day. And they lock together with these little locks on the side right here, so it doesn't go anywhere. It pretty much sits in here, so everything sits where it needs to sit and doesn't move around. I got my high lift in the back, if you can see that. I got my high lift right here, and I got an axe and some towels and some other random stuff. Yeah, oil bottle, random bottle, because you never know. Got some power steering fluid, oil, you know, just stuff, random stuff that you might need as a quick trail fix. So yeah, pretty much that's it. It's all disgusting and nasty, but it's I use it every day. I use this Jeep every day. It gets me back and forth to work, it gets me on the trail, it gets me out and about, and that's pretty much it. If you want to stay tuned for more, there will be more. There's always more. I was going to video the paint process, but it turned out to be a nightmare, and I didn't think it would be very good content because I was pissed the whole time. It took me forever to paint the fenders and the hood. So yeah, we did it out in my dad's barn shop here. So I didn't have it professionally done. I did it myself. Well, me and him did it. So, but that's how I roll around here. I try to do everything myself if I can, and I feel like that's a better way to do it. I know some people, you know, like to take it to shops and stuff like that, but I've had multiple vehicles now, and I find that doing it yourself lets you learn more on your vehicle. That way, if something does happen later on down the road, you're not, you know, stuck waiting for somebody else to help you out. I like to be able to actually work on my own things. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like what you see. I don't have much right now, but I'm gonna try to get more videos up when I do trail rides or other walk-arounds of other people's vehicles, or more I'm gonna be doing a lot more trail riding. I have a trip planned this summer. Me and the girlfriend, we're gonna head up to Moab. It'll be my first time going to Moab, and we're gonna drive this Jeep right here. We're gonna drive it from here in Kentucky to Moab, so it's gonna be good. And that's gonna be here in July, hopefully, if everything clears up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Come back later for more content. Hopefully, you know, hopefully I can get this channel to grow, and I can do more things. You know, I'd love to get out there and wheel more places and do more things, and I hope that YouTube lets me do that. If not, I'm just gonna bring you along anyways. So thanks for watching.